I really struggle. It's gonna sound weird. I struggle with the character. There's a lot of those characters that I just don't fight a whole lot. Like say like Bayonetta, Duck Hunt,
Yeah.
like just to jank. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'll get some wins. I really will get some wins on I'll go and bracket some, but then like I'll just face that one character like a Lucario or
Yeah.
something that I just don't see, and it just throws me off completely. And like
I was gonna ask as far as ultimate frame data, like frame data knowledge. How do you feel about that as far as certain characters knowing what their one or two gimmick moves are? If they have a mechanic, that's one thing. But if you know like the average character's safest move, as far as like Lucario's Nair being -3, stuff like that.
I know that like I know what moves are safe to throw, like safe aerials. You know, like say like like you said, Lucario, or
Mm.
say you've got Kirby, his fastest aerials Nair, or like you've got I don't know like Mithra. You know, like where they're gonna throw out a bunch of Nairs, a bunch of fairs. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like I don't know the exact numbers, I guess
Mm.
you could say, but I just know what they'll tend to throw out and kind of go off of that. Like if that makes any sense.
Okay, so I would say two things that you want to try and work on as far as that aspect of things. I will say it's extremely overwhelming to learn frame data to say this is -4, this is -8, like to go along the entirety of every character and just memorize that. It's much
Right.
easier to categorize it to say this is safe versus my character and this is not safe versus my character. Because there's like a universal, people will say like if something is -6 or safer, it's considered safe, right?
Okay.
That's not always true though, because there's characters like Game and Watch and Mario that have like frame 3 or frame 5 up Bs out of shield. Where if it is something that's -4 against Game and Watch, it's still not safe, right?
Okay.
So for you, do you know what your up B out of shield is? Because I know it's not fast, but I know it's strong.
I've always known it that we just as Falcon players, like I'm in the Falcon Discord and whatnot. I ask a bunch of questions there.
Mhm.
I've always just known it's not really a good option, right? Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know the number.
I know the point of this is that I know it's not fast. Actually, I was gonna say I know it is frame 14. Okay,
Okay.
so frame 14 is not fast. However, I have moves that are gimmicky as all hell that you could punish with that move. One of those moves
Right.
being my side B. This on the ground is -19, and in the air like that, it's -14. Right.
Okay.
So if I do that on your shield, you could be up being me out of shield and killing me for doing that. If you tried to up smash me, there's no shot. Your up smash is like frame 21. Up smash frame 22, even worse. So up smashing my side B is never going to happen. You'd have to call it out before I even hit your shield at all.
Right.
If you're just going for grabs, like forward throw eventually can kill if you're facing the right way. Like if I do it to you, the right here, if you throw me off stage, or up throw if you get like a bad DI mix up on my part, sure. But your up B can absolutely destroy me way sooner than those moves. Right? If I'm at like
Right.
130, 140, and you're getting up B at the ledge, or probably even earlier than that, if you catch me like right here, you're probably going to kill me at like 110, 120. Right? And this is out
Okay.
of shield. So if I'm doing like side B from the ledge all the time and you just grab or you just nair out of shield or you just roll away or jump away, it's like, well, it's not wrong, but I'm going to gimmick you to death. Because if I just do this and I catch you, I can kill you anywhere from like 110 up to like 240 with a double jump back air. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So as far as the next level for you, as far as if it's matches like Bayonetta, like her up B is frame 5 out of shield. Can for Pac or not for Pac-Man, for a Duck Hunt comes out frame 1. It's basically grenade. So that he can break shield or he can break combos with grenade or with his can as well.
Right.
Right. So if you just know stupid stuff like that, it's like, okay, there's certain things, whether it's a true combo or not, if I'm comboing off the top of like a ladder combo and I'm gonna go for up B at the end and it's not gonna be true, if he throws out a can and I'm at 70, I can just die.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
However, if he throws it the can, it is frame 1, but it has a ton of lag as far as the whole animation because he has to like pull the can out, then kick it away from him, and then he can move. So if you were to like, let's say, let him throw out the can and then up B after once he's stuck in the animation, so you'd add a combo delay into the end of your combo, and you could actually get a kill off of that.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah.
small, dumb, gimmicky things like that. But if you're at the level where you're trying to get to the next level, those are the types of things that you have to care about. Right, you're not
Yeah.
caring about combos and tech chasing and spacing and like decision making as far as neutral. I feel like if you are past that, this is the next thing. It really is matchups and it really is frame data because, like I said, not everything is universally safe across the board against, like, let's just say -6 therefore can't be grabbed or -5 therefore can't be punished. Some things that you have, even like you're landing there into spot dodge. you cannot grab that for whatever reason. Landing there, Nair 1, I mean, into spot dodge, I can't grab that. So if you hit my shield and try and grab you, it won't work.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know there's a Falcon player, I think his name's MDHM?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
him? I learned that the very hard way against him, and doing that. He just landing there, spot dodge. Like, okay, I'll just kill myself because I can't I can't do anything because he would do that, and then if I miss my grab, he'd get a punish. Or if I just did nothing and I like tried to delay it to wait, he would just throw a jab right after his spot dodge, and I get hit by jabs. Like, okay, this is impossible. So
Yeah.
my best bet was to dash out of the way because I knew he was going to come down with Nair 1 and then spot dodge rather than let
Yeah.
him hit my shield and then just be stuck. It was basically change the timeline that we're on to say I'm not even going to try and interact with this because there's no shot. Or if he's going to come
Yeah.
down with a Nair 1 and then spot dodge, I could try and jump above him with like a down air and catch his Nair 1, or try and go for like a back air to catch him before the Nair 1 comes out, right? Because he has to come down late with his Nair 1. Or I could jump in with like a
Yeah.
fair and just mix it up completely because there was just no point. I wanted to get a grab because Falco's grab game is great. It's probably one of the best parts of his entire game. And
Yeah.
whether he knew that or not, it didn't matter. It's the fact that I just didn't get to do that. Right? I had to mix it up.
Yeah.
And it was a gimmick thing. It was a matchup thing. It was whatever. It just worked against grabs. It worked against me. Like, it really worked. And this was a long time ago, so I just remember this now. But it's something like I had to learn this. It was beyond the scope of Falcon versus Falco. It was
Right.
it was Nair 1 versus my shield.
Yeah.
Right? Other characters, they might have been able to punish it, but Falco could not do anything. So yeah, just things you have to. I would say this game turns into a memory game at the end of the day. The more you can memorize, the better you can be. And I would say memorizing interactions more so than combos. Even if you have your combos, those are rewards for good decisions being made. But if you can memorize interactions, you can also develop those situations on purpose or those patterns on purpose, so you can capitalize.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. That's very true. Like you're right on the money. Like I feel like I lose to things that don't always make sense in my head just because I haven't seen them 100 times. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So like for example, like Bayonetta, like it just feels like when she gets in the air, like you're basically you just have to wait for her to come down
Mm-hmm.
sometimes because like she just like you know obviously you know Falcon likes to be in the air and it's like I just can't. I couldn't like I faced one and like they absolutely wrecked me and it was because like it just felt like they had like 4 or 5 specials in the air and
Yep.
like
And they
they're
can jump
moving all
cancel
around
it,
the air.
or they can special cancel their jump. No, jump cancel their special and get another jump.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Um,
Have you seen, or do you know how to SDI her witch twist or her side B or whatever her combo is?
I don't.
So naturally, most players will SDI away from her, which is wrong. You want to basically, so if she's traveling up on an angle to the left, you want to SDI down and on an angle to the right. You're always trying to get behind her at all times.
Okay.
Right? And although you might not get out of the entire combo, it's the finishing part of the combo that changes up what they can do. Right? If you get behind them enough, eventually all they can do is go for like an up air versus getting fair 1, 2, and 3 and killing you off the top.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Or if they get the up air, they get like the back hit up air and it sends you behind them. Sometimes if you get far enough behind, they go for a back air, which sends you across the stage. So if you're being comboed up this direction, right? If you're going to basically die like right here, if you're SDIing to the left and down, depending if they're actually trying to carry you with a ladder up to the right, you can get far enough behind them so that all they can do to get that finisher is if they get an up air, it sends you this way over here, or they have to go for a back air, in which case you can potentially get knocked out this way as well. If you're at
Right.
insanely high percent, and by insanely high percent for a combo like that, I mean like 120, 130, 140, like in that range, and you somehow don't get knocked out, but they do land the back air, you can potentially die at the end. So you'd have to know, okay, at the very end here, there's going to be some sort of mix-up that they have to go for. If they go for the back air, I have to be ready for that and DI either down and in, or if they do go for an up air, I have to try and DI down and slightly away. It's scary
Right.
as all hell. I'll admit this is much more of an offline thing to try and react to or predict, but still, it's just something like who the hell knows this,
Yeah. Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's something you have to do because if you SDI away from them, they just carry you further to the blast zone, and then they just up air,
Yeah.
and then you just dead off the top, or they fair and you dead off the side. It's like, all right, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's that. It's. I mean, if you face a zoner you've never faced before, it's the crazy interactions that they have with like say Duck Hunt. Like I don't think I need to tell you how Duck Hunt's just out there. You
Oh
know what
yeah.
I mean? Like stuff hits my shield that I don't expect to hit it right. Like it doesn't act like I expect it to. Stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like, and it just gets it gets me flustered. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.